Take a look at Dane Brugler from The Athletic. This is his second, so this is mock draft 2.0. 13th pick. He has the Browns taking somebody that you have already said that you like, and this guy reminds Burks of a linebacker-sized Deebo Samuel. I think that would likely be something that the Browns and Browns fans would like if they get a Deebo Samuel type. Then at the 44th pick, he has the Browns going edge with a guy named Drake Jackson from USC. So he has them going Burks 13th overall and Drake Jackson 44th overall, edge rusher. Definitely two areas of need, and it sounds to me like you'd be okay. You'd sign on for those two.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. 24/7, 365 when it comes to Treylon Burks, man. I love Treylon Burks, and, our mutual friend Jeff Risen obviously hops on the program plenty of times, and in talking with him, he basically called Treylon Burks a modern version of Anquan Bolden with speed. And that's what I love about Treylon Burks, is that he has that physicality that you want. He goes out, he gets the ball, and he's not afraid to make those aggressive catches across the middle of the field. But he has that top end speed that you also can utilize when it comes to taking, some of those deep passes. So, I look at Treylon Burks, and I would absolutely love him with this team. And I love him as a prospect. He's probably my favorite receiver in this draft, I would say. I'm not as much of a Drake London fan, but I also like Garrett Wilson as well. I know he's been mocked to Cleveland as well, but Treylon Burks I would absolutely love. And I know that, Drake London Drake Jackson, always get the two USC Drakes mixed up, but Drake Jackson getting mocked to Cleveland in round 2, I've seen that a couple of times as well. But when it comes to edge, I also stick with the defensive line. I worry about the interior defensive line now at this point. You had the Malik McDowell situation that came up earlier week, and that's a shame of everything that transpired with that. But even before that, the only other Cleveland Brown that was under contract for next season, or the only two, I should say, that were under contract for the interior defensive line was Tommy Togiai, who wasn't impressive in the limited time that he had this season. And you also have Jordan Elliott, who was a third-round pick back in 2020 as well. So, the interior defensive line is a big need as well. So I could see them attacking that early, because that also is another spot where it's not necessarily too deep when it comes to that position.